Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Danny Shea chilling in his bathrobe today. So, first off the bat, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you for supporting this channel in the ways that you guys do. I am just so humbled with this whole journey. Last Monday, I did a show with Linda G, and my subscriber count hit 12,000. So thank you, Linda G, for doing what she does. She makes everybody's channel pop. So thank you for that. Thank you to my new subscribers who got me over 12,000, which just blows my mind. I mean, anyway, it's not what I had envisioned when I first started this, but thank you guys. There was a couple of things that we need to clarify from Linda's show, because we had brain fog. Some people will use a different word than fog, but so let's clear up some things. And the first thing that I wanted to clear up that you guys, a couple of people talked about, was Tipper Gore. Now, according to my memory, which is shot, Tipper Gore became this voice against what I perceived, now hang on here, don't jump on me right away, of First Amendment rights and trying to ban lyrics and that wasn't it. That was not it. What she just wanted to do was put labels saying, hey parents, this may be not what you want your kids to listen to. The reason she started that is she heard her 11-year-old daughter listening to Prince's song Little Nicky. I go, well, okay, I can understand that. It was weird. I was never really a Prince fan in the early days. You know, it was kind of like Prince or Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson, when he was a little kid, I knew he was talented, but, you know, it was kind of bubblegum music to me, and not that fond of it. ABC, still gives me creeps today. But later on, when he was solo, I was like, holy crap, this guy's good. And then as it went on, I went, holy crap, this guy's messed up. Still an amazing talent, yet there's the other side. Meanwhile, Prince, he just stayed being weird the whole time, making amazing music. And the more that I listened to him, the more that I liked him. Okay, enough about those two guys. Tipper Gore, getting back to Tipper Gore. So she co-founded this Parents Music Resource Center along with a couple of other people. One of them, James Baker's wife. So she was big into, obviously, Tipper Gore. She was big into making sure, how do I want to say this? She was big in social activism. Let's leave it like that. But I don't think that should be what she is known for. I think her mental health stand, her stand on depression, her stand on homelessness, I think that is what she should be known for. And then again, maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's the fact that she played drums with the Grateful Dead, and she played Sugar Magnolia alongside Mickey Hart. Boom! That's a mic drop right there, Tipper Gore. All right. So, just needed to clarify that. What else? Hurricane Sandy. We couldn't remember the name of Hurricane Sandy. It was the largest Atlantic hurricane, fourth costliest in the U.S., according to what I read. You may read something different. It was huge. So going back to be prepared. If it hits you dead on and you're not out of there, you're kind of screwed. But if you're on the outskirts, if it didn't hit you head on, your preparedness could really, really help you. Listen to, if somebody says leave, leave. Please, if you can, if you're able. Some people can't, but do what you can. And then we're going to talk about Christi, because he was the governor of New Jersey, and he praised Obama, and he caught a bunch of crap for it because it's the other side, blah, blah, blah. But we're going to take a look at him. Another comment I got was flipping pages. And she was talking about ETs. She goes, I had a vision of ETs coming down and wondering what the humans were doing with their relationship with their cars. What was that all about? Because Linda and I were talking about cars. And so flipping pages said, I had this vision of ETs coming down, and go, what's up with you guys? Just thinking about cars. She goes, you polish the cars, you talk to them, you do this. You're just like way too invested in cars. And so I thought about that, and I thought, those ETs, they haven't been in one of my Lamborghinis, have they? So I'm inviting the ETs to come on down. Let me take them for a spin. But it's got to be a quid pro quo type thing. They got to take me for a spin in their spaceship. Okay, what else? Oh, also, I mentioned that Chris Light, or whatever his name is, the head guy for CEO, was out. And somebody said, he's not out. He's not out. I had a couple of people say that, and I went, oh. So I went back to look to see where I got this. I couldn't find it. So, obviously, he's not out. Oh, except today he's out. He's out. He's gone. See ya. So, all right, there it is. Preparedness, smoke, wildfires, Canada, New Jersey. Are we going to get them in California? It's still raining out here, so I don't know if we're going to be getting them in California. But the Pacific Northwest, be really careful. Get yourself a good air purifier if you can. Keep your doors and windows closed. It's nasty. And some of this wildfire smoke, because I had a section where there was just days pouring in of smoke, like for 2 weeks. The jet stream just took all the smoke from the Pacific Northwest and pulled it out into the ocean, and then just brought it right in to Morro Bay. I'm like, and that weather pattern stayed for 2 weeks. So we couldn't go outside. It was like, oh, we're finally free of whatever COVID was, and where we could actually go out a little bit. It was one of the, I mean, we're not free of COVID, but it was, we weren't locked down like we were before. And we could go outside, it felt comfortable, but we couldn't because of all the smoke. So, anyway, be really careful, because the smoke, if it's burning homes especially, that smoke is toxic. So do what you can. Okay, enough. Public service announcements. Let's take a look at let's take a look at Christi. He's not going anywhere. As far as, I don't see him moving ahead. I don't see him doing, in the Republican primary. But I am kind of giddy a little bit. I think that's the right word, about him getting in and bashing Trump. He's unabashedly bashing Trump, where these other candidates kind of skirt around it a little bit, and they're going, yeah, well, it sounds like, remember that movie, The Office? Yeah, well, I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday. That'd be great. So, anyway, Christi. Oh, and people were going, Danny, you did see Blazing Saddles, didn't you? Yes, I did. I've seen it numerous times. Numerous times. And Young Frankenstein. Okay. It's true. It's really true. I saw it. So, the movie. Christi. It's kind of fun to see him just going after Trump. These Republicans that cannot say that what he did with January 6th alone, and they're going, yeah, okay, well, we'll support him if he's up. What? No, so I'm going to have to throw props back at Liz Cheney. I do not like her politics, but I do like the United States of America, and I do want it to succeed within the rules that it is set up. It's set up so that we can change things. But these MAGA Republicans who want to tear it down and rebuild it with no plan on how to rebuild it. Okay, sorry, I'm ranting. 12 minutes of rants. I haven't thrown a card. Here's a card. Boom. Fighting windmills. 7 of Wands. This is my Fighting Windmills card. And I think this is a good card for where we're going. Let's just let things play out. We don't need to defend ourselves. Well, we do need to defend ourselves. But in this political landscape, let things play out a little bit. We're charging at things that may or may not come to light. Speaking of light, Chris Light, gone. Christi, let's just take a look at him. Let's see, what's the question? Christi, how are you? Because I don't think he's going anywhere, as I said, but how is he going to disrupt the conversation with his Republican colleagues? What kind of voice is he going to be in that? Is he going to make other people go, we need to talk more about this? Now, I'm not a big Christi fan. He was with Trump. He was against Trump, and then he was with Trump, kissing his ring. And now, well, at least, he saw the light. Not the Chris light. And I'm probably mispronouncing that, so it's okay. Christi, what kind of voice are you going to have for truth with the other Republican candidates? Are they going to start following your lead? I'm hearing yes. So I got the 4 of Pentacles, He's getting to be so big too. I'm thinking about that. And look at, he's like almost too big for, I worry about him a lot. It's like, ooh, you got to be careful. But he's got a little, he doesn't have much room to move in. He's like really tapped in there. But crossing him, he's got the 6 of Swords moving on to calmer waters. So, yeah, I think he is. I think he is going to have a voice. Because he's bringing the big stick. Let me drop this down so y'all can see. So, he's not going anywhere with the 4 of Pentacles. He's, there's some kind of restriction. But it's being covered by this 6 of Wands, giving and receiving help. And the 6 of Wands is moving on to calmer waters, not like the 6 of Pentacles of giving and receiving. But these people in the boat have to either ask for help to get on the boat to go to calmer waters. They have to get on this. So there is that goes along with this card. He's got a plan with the 3 of Wands. In the past is the fighting, verbal bickering. At top is the 9 of Wands. He's worried. Maybe we'll throw some clarifiers on that. But then, yes, he brings the big stick. So the question was, is he going to be a voice that will get other Republicans talking about the pumpkin in the room? Let's just keep going. Ooh. Boom. Internally. Tower. Externally. There it is. The pumpkin in the room. Hopes and fears are a new beginning. And final outcome is sadness, loss. And if you look at these 2 cards in a row, the top 2 cards, both of them have their hands in their head. They're going, oh my God, what are we doing? And is this for the country? Is Christi one of those guys who really does like the U.S.? Is that what he's like all worried about? Or is it something else? I'm going to pull some clarifiers on this. What is he so worried about? But he's got the Tower moment. And this could be him just switching sides, right? From the Trump to the... But he's been doing it for a while, like on CNN and stuff. CNN and MSNBC. All these politicians. Bill Maher was talking about... lift this up. Bill Maher was talking about the hierarchy of I guess politicians. And it was, did you hear what Manchin said? He goes, yeah, being a senator is not a, what did he call it? Not a honorable profession. Being a politician is not an honorable. And I go, well, then you need to get out. Dude. Did I call him dude? He is no dude. The dude is all about music. Oh, it says noise, but I like music. Okay. Bill Maher had some... Anyway, he categorized them. Politicians. And actors who became politicians, they were down at the bottom. Pretty soon we're going to get a YouTube personality as a politician. I'll do it. I'll hang out in the Oval Office in my bathrobe. Come on in. All right. What is Christi worried about? And I didn't mean to spend so much time on him, but what is Christi worried about? Communication plus time. Well, it seems like he's worried about his message and that he's not going to have enough time to get it out, obviously. And I think that's true. If he does not get on the debate stage with Trump, and number one, I don't think Trump is going to be on a debate stage. At this point, he'll go, why? Why? I'm winning. Why do I need to do that? So, I just think that he's worried about, he wants to be on the debate stage, but he's not going to be there. All right, let's look at, before I go on to, another mea culpa for those of you still watching. And none of you talked about this in the comments. And I was shocked. Who would dare ask Linda G, the Comanche psychic, if she's Cherokee? Who would do that? Not one person commented on that. Thank you for that. Ay, 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 what's the matter with me? Another one of those brain F words. Fogs. Okay. What else? I was going to read on something else. Here's what I want to read on. The homeless in LA. Karen Bass was on NPR last night. I really like Karen Bass. She's the mayor of LA. LA has 40,000 plus, was it 45? Between 40 and 50,000 homeless people living on the streets. And with the COVID money and the COVID help expiring or expired, she's saying there's going to be more, and we have to address this. My neighbor up the street is a cop who worked homeless, and he was saying, as much as I try to help people, there are some that just don't want the help. And I get it. You know, you get used to where you're living. It becomes comfortable. You have your community of homeless. But there are some people that don't want it. Some people that do want it. Some people that have mental issues. And Karen Bass seemed to be taking this whole thing in saying, we just can't put them in temporary housing. We have to really look at why they're there. Do they want to be there? Do they need help? Do they need mental help, physical help? I just thought what she was saying, a huge problem that cannot be solved with small thinking. It's got to take bold steps. And I thought her vision of just looking at all this was so inspiring. And if I remember right, which I probably don't, she did say that, she did say that, yes, she's making mistakes. How can you not? So let's look at Karen Bass. Karen Bass. How are you going to, on one side, I see the landlords. I don't like government telling landlords what they should or shouldn't do with, their investments. On the other hand, I don't like to see large corporations buying up huge tracts of land and running it, without care, and just jacking up the rates so high. But I know that, when you buy an apartment building, and if you are, if you have a loan on it, well, your rents are based on your loan or your rate of return, blah, blah, blah. It gets hard. So LA's housing is, all of California, it's just through the roof. I don't know how people start out in California and expect to buy a home. I just do not get it. So, but it happens, and it is possible. I know it's possible. I know it's possible. Every time that I talk to somebody about, their first home buying experience, they were going, I don't know if I'm going to make my mortgage payments. I don't know how I'm going to do it. This has gone on for years and years and years and years, and yet we do. We figure out a way. So, okay. Am I preaching too much? Come on, Karen Bass. Karen Bass. LA homeless, how are you doing? I know this isn't a question about if you're going to solve it. This is just the 411 on Karen Bass's vision for homelessness, for solving the homeless crisis. How's your vision? And the reason I'm reading on her is just for us to throw out some good energy her way. What a task. What a task. Okay, Karen Bass. Ooh, there she is. Karen Bass. 9 of Pentacles. A little locked in to where she needs to go. But she's bringing in resources. She's managing resources. She's listening to her intuition. I feel like this 9 of Pentacles, and a lot of times I go, oh, shouldn't it be a bigger card? When I was reading on Nancy Pelosi at times, this would be my Nancy Pelosi card. So this isn't a weak woman by any stretch. This is super powerful. The next card, is, for me, from this, is the Queen energy, which I think blends into it. Super powerful woman. She doesn't have a sword. She doesn't need it. Being crossed by, okay, this is her. The Empress. Giving birth to a new idea. She's got some great ideas. At the base of the reading is her planning. And I'm liking this card because it's looking overseas, looking at other places. How did you manage this? How do you figure this out? So she's just not relying on her intuition. She's looking how other people do it. She's financially restricted. You just can't build, housing in LA that's cheap. She does have it, but there's a lot of restriction. There's a lot of governmental restriction, not only in the city of LA, but the state of LA, but federally. There's all this restriction, and that's what she's dealing with in the past. At the top of the reading, of course, boom, boom. If you're talking about homelessness, you're talking about the addiction of being homeless. people going, nah, I'm okay now. I'm comfortable with it. I'm good. I've figured it out. I like living here now. I'm okay. And then there's the real substance abuse addiction. Now we're dealing with that. So this card is bigger than just substance abuse. It's just, what are you tied to that is not serving you well? What are you listening to? Yeah. In the potential near future, not really sure where it's going. This gets tied with, so I think this is a little bit of a crazy card. Things coming out, unexpected places, things coming out of the water, howling at the moon, which you get with some addiction qualities. Let's keep going real quick with this. Internally, Karen Bass and your vision for solving the homeless crisis. Internally, giving and receiving. She wants to help so bad. This is not just money, it's projects. What is she going up against? The King of Swords. This to me is the government slicing and dicing programs. Hopes and fears. The hope is that she isn't going to stay, the fear is that she isn't going to stay suspended, upside down. The hope is that she's looking at this from a different point of view and that she is going to be able to solve this. And the final outcome is the Emperor. Yeah, I think that King of Wands. I think that she is going to tower. Big stick. I think that she is going to be able to shake things up, kind of shatter the status quo. She's got I'm going to drop this down. She's got come on now, come on. Sorry. Oh, crap. Okay, it won't go down. And I don't have a pause. She's got the Emperor, the King of Wands, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. Huge cards. As well as what covers her whole thing is the Empress. So she's got the Empress and the Emperor and the King of Wands, new forward thinking. She's going to shake things up a little bit. And it is going to take new Fred Flintstone, bam, bam, bam. She is going to have to fight a little bit. I think it's good. I think she's doing really good with it. All right, 33. Let's talk about, what else are we going to talk about? I think that's it, pretty much. I think that's it. 2 readings. Let's just, I'm going to go to my news feed. Let's just get through some new ones real quick. High-profile CNN anchors voice their concerns about whatever that means. They're all worried about them. Yeah, well, we'll see. New York City, smoke. Be careful. They say mask up. There are some masks that you can get that have a charcoal filter in them. May want to look into that. I don't know about the health quality of that, but it'll take some of the smoke away. Just if you're in that area, just look into that. Pope Francis, abdominal surgery. Kilauea volcano erupts again. Ooh. So the volcanoes in Hawaii, the land of Mu, are reportedly attached to Mount Shasta, which is an active volcano. Ooh, cool. A lot of Trump, a lot of indictment. Okay. Oh, there's a third party run. All right. Let's just look at Trump, because he's in the news. He's in the news all the time. Trump this, Trump that, Trump that. Pumpkin this, pumpkin that, pumpkin this. I should get my pumpkin deck, but I'm not gonna. Okay. Let's just do 6 cards, 411 on what Mr. Adderall Pants is doing. Feeling. Why? When I tried to go into that energy, I got Donnie Jr. So maybe we should look into him too. Trumpy. Trump. Okay, I'm going with Don Jr. Donnie Jr. Don E. Jr. What is going on? Donnie Jr. I think something's coming out against him. Yes. Yes. Something is, yeah. All right. He's got, so the first card was the Emperor. I'm sorry, the King of Wands. King of News. News coming out, forward-looking king. And then I got the Page of Cups, the Knave of Cups. News coming from an unexpected source. So this is normally would be a legal information coming out against him. This could be the DOJ coming after him. But it's just with information. However, at the top of the reading, people are falling. This is legal stuff coming. So he's got legal stuff coming. He's trying to remain calm and keep whatever is in that cup in the cup. But externally, he's got the Judgment card right there. He's a little alone, but somebody's shining some light. He's hoping he can keep his, this, maybe this is this Two of Cups energy, but it be, with maybe pops or pumpkin pops. Or maybe it's his girlfriend that is maybe leaving, but he's got that energy too. The Knave of Swords, which is, it's a little reckless. It's a little fast. Just comes in, kind of knocks your hat off. Let's do a clarifier on that. Okay, but even though it may feel like it's coming in fast, it's got a lot of thought behind it with that Queen of Wands energy. And there's celebration. And this is riding in as a winner. Don Jr.? It doesn't feel like that's Don Jr. It feels like it's the sword of truth being wielded with a lot of information that is going to be successful, and people are going to be dancing in the street. I may be slanted in my view, you think? Okay. let's see if I can get into Mr. Pumpkinhead's energy without going to one of his kids. Mr. Pumpkinhead. Donald Trump. 4116 cards. Because things change. Always. I could do 3 cards and it'd be good. 6 cards. Donald Trump. Right now. Indictment's looming. Giving and receiving. When I pulled this, it went documents. A little underwater, trying to juggle things. I tell you I'm psychic. Trump is underwater. He's trying to juggle things. He's got 1 or 2 things that he needs to focus on. Psychic Duck, help me out. You're being silly. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I didn't know. He's juggling things. It's going to be a wild, wild ride. Ooh, restriction card in the past as it relates. They're looking at how do we restrict him? Where's he going to be? Is he going to be in Mar-a-Lago? How do you restrict that? How do you restrict the comings and goings in Mar-a-Lago? I don't think you can. Top of the reading. Bye-bye. The World card. Completion card. Now, when I read kings, queens, whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean male or female. It could be, a queen could be the male. Not in Florida, but I'm in California, so I can do that. The Queen of Energy sword is coming, and it's swift, it's fast. It's not good for Mr. Pumpkinhead. Not good. Let's take a look at if he were to be restricted in his ability to move. Where would it be? If it was Mar-a-Lago, would they have to cordon it off? Let's just do a couple of, I don't know where all his properties are. But let's just do 3 cards, kind of quick, and we'll do Mar-a-Lago, we'll do Florida, we'll do New Jersey, we'll do. Does he still have a place in Trump Towers? But still, doesn't he have a single family residence anywhere? Okay, I'm going to drop this down. There we go. Did I get it? Come on now. Okay, well at least, I'm sorry, Jesus. Cheez-Its and rice. Okay. Mar-a-Lago. If Trump is being restricted. Mar-a-Lago. So, he's very worried about giving and receiving documents, things, but it's a little unclear. A little unclear. All right. New Jersey. Bedminster. I think that's what they call it. Bedminster. Oh. Oh. Could be Bedminster. Swords, Knight of Swords, Heartbreak, and then the Two of Cups. We'll make this deal here. It's not contractual like the Lovers, and this will be New York. And I didn't really shuffle, so we'll just leave that out. Ace of Cups, New Beginnings. New Beginnings back in New York. Five of Wands, winning at any cost. The Queen of Swords, might be New York. Big Stick, Ace of Wands. Okay, and then let's look at one more. Fleeing the country. Fleeing the country. Trump flee the country. Nine of Wands. Embattled. Still standing though. Knave of Swords. Hats flying off. Maybe he's flying off. Wind taking him somewhere. This could be, but it's a sword of truth. So it's the legal things coming at him. Fleeing the country. The World card. Yeah. That is in his pumpkin seed brain. That's one of the seeds in his brain. Fleeing the world. Fleeing to other parts of the world. So, I mean, I didn't get a real clear yes, no on any of these. Felt New York, but the clearest I got was fleeing the country. Okay, 47 minutes. I have 3 minutes to pull happy cards for us. 3 cards. What's the message? Midweek. Midweek message card. Midweek message card for us. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Okay, here is what I got. We got some news that's coming really fast to us. Certainly the grand jury down in Florida. So it looks like he could be indicted in Florida and in DC. I don't know. But we're going to be getting some news coming really fast. It's going to be a new beginning with something. And yeah, I'll just leave it like that. When I looked at this at first, I thought it was water, but they're roots. And so I'm going, this new beginning is going to make somebody cry. That's kind of what I thought about. But it's like an exhilaration. This news is just going to be yay. And I've been thinking that these news of indictments are going to come when I'm in Shasta. And it's going to be like, because in Shasta, when we're doing our retreat, it's a no politics zone. So we can't talk about it. I may sneak away. Maybe. But I think that's when it's going to come in. And I would love to do, come on and do a video, but if I can't, I hope you forgive me. And that's it. Stay grounded. Don't get caught up in the drama of it. It's because I think we're still on this roller coaster. Psychic Duck, have anything else you want to say? He's just waiting for the ETs to come and take a ride in one of my Lambos. I hope they bring fuel. Oh, that was something else that came to me last night. This is weird. I've been getting a lot of dreams, which I don't get dreams. And a lot of spacey dreams. Normally my days are spacey, but these were galactic dreams. And I was hanging out with a bunch of galactic people, and they said that we're going to have a new fuel source in 5 years. So if you all do me a favor, mark your calendars, 5 years. Let's see if we get a new fuel source in. And it felt like with this new fuel source that it was revolutionary. It was like no more gas engines. It was just going to change everything. No more wind, solar. It was totally different. Cool. All right. That was brought to you by Psychic Duck. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.